Hello everyone and Sir Arman. We are from Group 3 will be explaining on predicting price change and strategies. I am Iman Barizah and my group consists of Sharina Sareen, Emir Eirfan, Syafazami Iman, Nurul hazwani, and Haziq ziqri.
Definition: a price changes is the difference in the cost of an asset or security from one period to another.
The reasons why predicting for price arise are: first, the competitor is charging more for less; second, cost increase followed by inflation that had occurred; and lastly, higher demand toward a product. For some reasons why the predicting for price decrease, it's because of decrease in cost. Second, larger market share demanded by shareholder. Next, competitor reduces their price. And last, the moment that suits to get rid of the inventory.
When predict prices changes, marketers predict the changes when the competitors are charging more for an inferior product. Cash on hand takes a dive. Then, the storefront is covered with a sales sign. The sales staff relies on price cuts to close deals. Lastly, depends on demand.
Factors to consider before predicting price change is first the cost of products sold because it will determine whether the product needs to be higher or lower. Next is to consider the customer satisfaction. Third, is important to consider the product position in market in order to determine the price. Next is consider the competitors of the product to provide better pricing for potential customer. Profits needs to be considered as well to avoid any loss. Besides, government needs to also be considered as they holds the market of the country. Next is international transactions factors as the funding flows determine the country economy. Lastly, expectation regarding the product needs to also be considered. Steps to predict price cut. First is to foresee the world economies. Second is forecasting product profit through competitors. Third is to differentiate the cost product sold is lower than competitors. Next is seeing a decrease in the demand, and lastly seeing supply of product surpasses the demand. Steps to predict price increase. First is to foresee the world economies. Second is forecasting product profit through competitors. Third is to differentiate the cost product sold is higher than competitors. Next is seeing a rise in the demand, and lastly seeing supply of product lower than the demand.
Signals of successful price change is prediction. Number of customer increased, sales and profit increased, sales increased but profit remains, competitors' price decreased.
Advantages of predicting price changes is reduces cost, gain valuable insight and learn from past mistakes. Disadvantages of predicting price changes is can be costly, risk of being inaccurate and time consuming and resource intensive.
The reason that predicting for price changes are because of competition among rivals or competitors. Attract and encourage potential customers, and to clear old stocks. Not only that, the purposes of the changes in predicting for pricing are to stay relevant in the market, cost inflation, anticipatory pricing and over-demand.
Technique to predict prices changes. The marketer predicts the prices changes by finding research. During research, the marketer will be an economic indicator to predict the prices changes and get the information from supplier because the supplier mostly knows everything in market. Observation. The marketer predicts the prices changes through the product are sold in Malaysia and sold abroad such as United States. From this, we will know the prices is changes. The marketer predicts price changes by rumor from other. Supply and demand. Stock prices change every day by market forces. By this we mean that share prices change because of supply and demand. If more people want to buy a stock, demand, then sell it, supply, then the price moves up. A company earning. The marketer will predict prices changes based on the company's earnings. For example, if the company earns well, prices will also jump up. If the company's earnings are not good, the price will go down. Lastly, competitors. The marketer will know the prices changes from the competitor. The marketer will know the price changes when the rumor comes from a competitor because the marketer is always alerted regarding competitors of the company.
Advantage of the techniques predict price changes. First is increase efficiency so we know the right price. Second is decrease cost of production that can generate more income. Third is the price based on supply and demand so that we're not having surplus goods. Fourth is faster data collection, especially in Malaysia that have many celebrations. Lastly is helps allocate resources easily because we control the price so that we can estimate the cost for production. Next is disadvantage of the techniques predict price changes. First is it can be time consuming and resources intensive since it need take time to forecast it. Second is lack of respondent authenticity, they not answer the right thing as they should be. Third is consumer find another option cause the price always change and make consumer decide to find another similar product. Fourth is may not be profitable always change the price always lead to the unsatisfied consumer. Lastly is insufficient profit for investment, they cannot be continue and the producer decided to stop produce because not profitable. That all from us group 3. Thank you for lend your ear and time to hear about our video. See you next time. Thank you.